I know it's my birthday, but I've bought you a gift, Jonathan says after we put in our dinner orders. It's something I want you to have. Something I've been thinking about giving you for a while now. Oh my God. Jonathan told me to wear something nice tonight since we were going to the Spotless Dove, one of the most expensive restaurants in Philadelphia. I thought he'd chosen this place because Jonathan would settle for nothing but the best for his birthday. But I glance around the five-star restaurant with new eyes. Is he about to propose? Am I, Amira Wiley, the foster kid who barely managed to graduate from high school and become a nurse, about to be asked for her hand in marriage tonight? By Dr. Jonathan Kershaw, the hotshot neurosurgeon resident all the other nurses drool over and call Dr. America due to his chiseled jaw resemblance to a certain comic book hero? We've only been dating for 4 months, and we haven't had real sex yet. But maybe that's what pleasant, normal men who've been raised in nice, normal ways do. Date a girl they like for a short amount of time, then take her to a nice restaurant and... Jonathan sets a book down on the expanse of white linen between us. It has a waifish blonde with a huge, toothy smile on the cover. She's wearing a navy blue power suit with her arms crossed underneath her breasts, as if to say whatever life she's living, it's way better than the rest of ours. Above her image, the words, "You can have it all," are written in giant block letters with the "can" both italicized and underlined. And below that, Missy Anders is written in slightly smaller letters. I crook my head to the side. What is this? A pleased, smug smile touches his mouth, and his hazel eyes brighten. A book by one of my college friends. She has a similar story to yours. She was raised in a trailer park. Still, she managed to overcome her tragic background to get accepted into Princeton and become a highly sought-after executive life coach. I wasn't raised in a trailer park. I enrolled in my nursing program directly after high school, not an elite Ivy. And though I've done everything from holding tweaked-out meth addicts down to telling teen moms to push in the ER, I wouldn't exactly call myself a life coach. Not to mention the fact that she's a lily-white blonde in a power suit, and I'm a dark brown brunette who usually wears scrubs. I have to ask, what did I do to, deserve this gift? Jonathan leans forward in his seat. My parents are coming to visit next week, and I'd like to introduce them to you as my new girlfriend. Seriously? I sit up a little straighter, my chest fluttering with delight. Jonathan and I had the Let's Be Exclusive talk a few weeks ago. But introducing me to his parents? That's a huge milestone. Yes, I'd love to meet your mom and dad. I grin, but then realize I'm still confused. What does meeting your parents have to do with this book, though? Jonathan winces, his handsome face creasing under his swept-back blonde hairline. Well, you see, they were a bit disappointed when Missy and I broke up shortly after college. My mother was convinced we'd make beautiful babies. But maybe if you read this book and incorporate some of her tips, they'll see that you're not so different from her. Hold up. What? Wait, you and the woman who wrote this book used to date? I glanced down at the book, then back up at Jonathan. His mother was right. They'd make beautiful babies. Beautiful blonde, toothy babies. Both my alarm and my voice rise as I point out, I'm not just different from her. We couldn't be more opposite. The only thing we have in common is being poor when we were kids. Now, I didn't say she was poor. Jonathan holds up a hand and chuffs like I've made a funny joke. Her mother and father raised her in a trailer park commune to rebel against their own parents who were in oil and steel. Poor Missy's maternal grandparents weren't able to gain custody of her until she was in her teens. Jonathan places the hand he was holding up over his chest, his expression full of pity. It's a very harrowing story. You'll see when you read. Anger volcanoes inside of me before I can stop it. I'm not reading this book. What the hell, Jonathan? I don't realize I'm shouting until several people in the previously peaceful restaurant turn to stare at me. I breathe in and force myself to calm down.